Good afternoon, guys. My name is Stephanie and I will be your examiner. What's your name?
Ben is my name. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And how about you?
My name is Lisa.
Lisa. Now, what's your surname, Ben?
My surname is Dang. It's
How do you
spelled
spell?
D-A-N-G.
And how about you, Lisa?
My surname is Ha, H-A.
How old are you?
I'm a 12-year-old student.
And how about you, Ben?
I'm 13.
13
Yeah.
years old. Now, let's start with Lisa. Lisa, where do you live?
I live in a city where it's big and beautiful. It has beautiful beaches and bridges that's very famous called Dragon Bridge or Hand Bridge.
And how about you, Ben? Do you live in Danang as well?
Yes, of course.
What is it famous for?
It's famous for its beautiful beaches, beautiful nature places such as Mickey Beach and bridges, Hand Bridge.
Where is it located? Which country?
In a small Asian country like Vietnam.
Alright, thank you. Now tell us about the teacher that you like, Lisa.
I have learned with teacher Steph for 6 years. She is very adorable and help me when I don't know something. And she's sometimes ask class her students for a meeting, like go to Hello or somewhere to play. I very love her.
Okay, and how about you, Ben? Tell us about the teacher that you like. Which teacher do you like?
I've studied with teacher staff and teacher kids for about 8 years now. When I was a kid, they teach me and help me when I'm struggling with something I didn't know or something I didn't understand. They help me make fun.
So you had fun.
You have fun while learning with. So I want to have fun while learning with them.
Alright, and what are you studying with them? What do you study with them?
I study English.
And how about you, Lisa? What do you study with teacher Steph?
I'm studying English.
English as well. How often do you use a mobile phone, Ben?
Nowadays, people use a lot of the mobile phones, and me too. I use my phone every day for entertaining myself and studying.
And how about you, Lisa? How often do you use your mobile phone?
I believe that mobile phone is the most important to everyone in the world, and I use it every day.
How do you get to school every day, Ben?
Normally, I'd ask my mom to ride me to my school, but my mom doesn't have time these days, so I would use my bike to go to school.
Alright, and how about you, Lisa? How do you go to school?
At the morning, and every day my grandma or maybe my mom drive me by the motorbike to my school.
Alright, which do you like the best? The morning or the afternoon, Ben?
In my perspective, I think the afternoon is better for me because I can stay at my home watching the sunset and just chill there.
And how about you, Lisa? Which do you like the best?
I like the morning best because in the morning I can wake up and do some exercise and beside the sunrise. It's very beautiful.
Okay, so you like seeing the sunrise, right? Thank you so much. Now let's move on to part 2. So now I'd like each of you to talk on your own about something. I'm going to give each one of you a picture, okay? So let's start with Lisa. Lisa, this one shows someone at home after school. Now, you've got 1 minute to talk about this picture. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. You may begin.
I'm quite sure that the boys that's sitting on the sofa in the living room because it has one TV. In the TV, it's can believe that I believe that is a TV program and it's one of the most favorite program. Uh, it's about football competition. On the table there is the TV remote and paper, some be next to the sofa I can see a big black piano.
Very good. Okay. Now, how about you, Ben? Here's your photograph. Now, Lisa, you can just listen and wait for Ben to finish, okay? Here's a photo and it shows someone learning how to do something. You've got 1 minute to talk about this picture. Are you ready?
Yes.
Go ahead.
In this picture, I can see a woman and a girl mixing some flour with each other. I'm certain that they're a mom and a daughter because they got the same skin tone and their faces looks almost the same to each other. As I can see, the daughter is mixing some flour with eggs and milk. I think they're probably baking cakes. At the background, I can see a kitchen. Looks modern and well organized. On top of the kitchen, I see a cupboard. They are putting some cups, some plates in there. And in the right of this picture, you can see the oven. I think they are gonna use the oven to bake cakes after they mix the flour.
Alright, thank you so much. Now, in this part of the test, you are going to talk about something together for about 2 minutes. I'm going to describe a situation to you. There you go. Now, some students from a small village school are going on a trip to their capital city. I will repeat. Some students from a small village school are going on a trip to their capital city. Here are some activities they could do there. Talk about the different activities they could do in their capital city and say which will be the most interesting. Again, talk together about the different activities they could do in their capital city and say which will be the most interesting. Okay? Are you guys ready? You've got 2 minutes. You may start.
Ben, you know, there is a school visit to a capital city. So we will choose the place for students for visits. So I think let the student go to the street food. They can explore and try new food, maybe the local food of that capital city. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea. Trying new food and get a new taste is nice. But how about going to watch a match at a stadium? They can enjoy watching an exciting match with their favorite teams.
Watching match, I think is okay, but for boys, but I think girls don't really enjoy that. So what about go on a bus together and watch the scenery of the whole city? I think it's very great.
That's a great option. Watching the beautiful cities is great, but I don't think the price is affordable. How about we go to visit a museum?
Museum, I think some students can get bored fast of the museum. So why can't we try go to art exhibition to watch some beautiful pictures?
Art exhibition is nice. So I think art exhibition would be the best idea for the student to visit.
So it's time to decide. visit a capital city.
Agree.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, Ben, would you like to have more school trips in the future?
I think so because
Where would you like to go?
I'd like to go anywhere I like.
Okay, for example, here in Vietnam, where would you like to go for your school trip?
And visit some exhibition or joining some activities. That could be very nice.
And how about you, Lisa? Where would you like to go if you will have more school trips in the future?
If I have more school trips, I very like that because I'm the I'm ninth grade. It's last grade of my secondary school, so I would like to have more memories of my friends or my classmates.
And where would you like to go?
Go to somewhere like near my school or in the city that maybe art exhibition, museum or Hội An.
Okay. Now, what do you need to take when you go on a trip then? What do you usually take with you?
If it is a long trip, I would take some clothes with me, take some necessary items like toothbrush, glasses, and probably some water.
And how about you, Lisa?
I will bring first is my phone because yes, and my products to and a cameras.
Okay, don't forget your camera. Now, do you prefer to go on trips with your friends or your family, Lisa?
I prefer to go on trip with my family because I want to have more times and spend time for my family.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree. But it depends on if it's a long trip or a short trip. If it's a long trip, I would rather go with my family, and so I can spend time with my family more. If it's a short trip, I would go with my friends, having fun and relax together.
What do you think about that, Lisa?
I also meant is talk then write.
Okay. And what do you think is the best time of year to visit a city? Let's start with Ben. What do you think is the best time of the year to visit a city?
The best time to visit. Can you repeat the question again?
What do you think is the best time of year to visit a city?
The best time of year to visit a city depends on which country you live. As an example, in Vietnam, I would suggest you visit the city in summer because the weather is great. You can enjoy exploring and having fun there.
And how about you, Lisa? Do you agree with that?
No, I believe that the summer is the best time for traveling, but it's very crowded and it's very hot, so I don't agree that.
So,
I
what do you think?
Autumn or spring is better.
Okay, and what can you do during spring?
It's a great season, so we can enjoy the view or take a photo of the flowers.
Yes, because there are lots of flowers. Okay, the last question is, which do you think is more interesting? Visiting the countryside or visiting a city? Let's start with Ben.
I think visiting a countryside is better because the weather is clean, we got the fresh air, and we can do a lot of things like riding the bikes around
The rice fields.
these fields.
And what do you think about that? Do you agree?
Yes, I agree because I have been to a lot of cities, and some cities have got gas and many have air pollution. Is still the information that's very maybe it's not good for environment.
Mm-hmm.
Part is I tried too much, so I get bored with the city. I would like to go to the
Country.
countryside.
Okay, thank you so much. This is the end of your test. Thank you.
Thank you.